Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast between blank and blank. Well, blank 1 is going to be XioaKK spawning as the blue orc. Meanwhile, we see WFZ spawning as the red undead. Now, unfortunately, Blizzard has yet to patch WarCraft 3 so that you can watch a replay without observers, and then, well, now I am being forced to listen to the crazy rally clicks of XioaKK. Gonna go ahead and speed things up a little bit so I can avoid all of those annoying clicks right there. Alright, almost up the 2-minute mark. It is gonna be a Blade Master versus a Death Knight, as always. So Blade Master versus Death Knight here on Twisted Meadows, as the Death Knight makes a quick run down over here. Not exactly quite sure where he's going. It looks like he's going to be going for the harassment. Should end up taking a critter or two out along the way. Meanwhile, Blade Master going straight for the Troll Trapper here at the Goblin Merchant Shop. We'll be able to take it out pretty quickly there. There it goes. Picks up a Tome of Agility. I believe it's a Tome of Agility +2. That is rather high damage on a level 1 Blade Master. I think it's normally 26 to 48, not the 28 to 50. So increased damage already. As you see, now the Death Knight coming in, going after... Oh, does he get the steal? Yes, he does. Blade Master gets the big steal there and is now finishing up the rest of the skeletal minions. A huge play coming in here as the Death Knight... pretty much the Death Knight was trying to clear out this orange creep camp and ends up giving it, or one of the main creeps, to his opponent. That will actually set him behind even further, and that is going to really hurt. Not only were experience given with those skeletal minions, experience stolen with the Blade Master, but also the Rod of Necromancy charges are now down to 2. That Death Knight is going to be in a very serious situation as WFZ being forced to run back. Now, I don't know if it was just a little bit of luck by XioaKK or XioaKK to know that his opponent would be trying to go after this creep camp here instead of this one. And because he tried to be a little bit tricky and a little bit unorthodox, he actually ended up just walking into his player's grasp. Blade Master now wandering around here. Blade Master does pick up Boots of Speed, has a speed scroll as well for a quick runaway, as you now look at the Null Overseer coming in for the engagement. Blade Master is engaging here, going to be tanking the majority of that damage. It makes a lot of sense since the Blade Master does have 6 armor. He is able to absorb a bit more damage, as we are now looking at Crypt Fiends and Skeletal Minions attempting to take out this Ogre Magi creep camp. Skeletal Minion now making its rounds here. Death Knight will get closer to level 2, picks up a Talisman of Evasion, which is helpful against a Blade Master, as now we see the Ogre Warrior coming in and trying to take down the Crypt Fiend here. Crypt Fiend gonna get Death Coiled there, try to heal back up. Ogre Warriors are now going to simply let that Crypt Fiend escape, as the Blade Master may find a Death Knight. Death Knight taking a bit of damage. Oh, and the Talisman of Evasion never procced, and that is why I say Ring of Protections +3 are generally better than the Talisman of Evasion. It's just in your mind you feel that the Ring of Protection +3 is not as good. Blade Master going up against an engagement here against that Ogre Warrior. Down it goes. Meanwhile, the Grunt now attempting to take down an Ogre Warrior here. Down over here, you can see Stronghold has been completed, and we should be going into a Shadow Hunter as that second hero. Meanwhile, Death Knight currently being resurrected. It's going to be quite some time before we even see the Lich, as WFZ has a long way to go if he wants to get back into this game. Let's take a look at the supply. 31/40 compared to 28/40. There you have it. Blade Master, I have to keep my view normally on the Orc side, since the Blade Master is wind walking. He is invisible to the vision of the Death Knight, and you will not be able to spot him. Crypt Fiends take down a sheep, because that's what Crypt Fiends do. Skeletal Minion now popping on up as the Blade Master hunting for where the Death Knight could possibly be. Alright, Death Knight now at level 2, creeping out an Ogre Warrior creep camp here, but he will end up being spotted by the Blade Master once more. Alright, let's take a look. Are we going to see the Dust of Appearance be used? And yes, there is... No Dust of Appearance, just straight up Wind Walk critical strikes on that Blade Master already, as the Death Knight, I believe, yes, he did end up getting the item, maybe forced to use that potion of healing as the Blade Master now going to run in here. There it is, and there is the potion of healing. The Blade Master at least forced the use of that one particular item. Very, very powerful item there, saving a whole bunch of experience. And now that, fortunately for that Death Knight, he was able to get closer to level 3 as the Death Knight now runs around the corner, grabbing those Crypt Fiends with that Unholy Aura and then essentially pulling them towards back to base. Shadow Hunter sitting at level 1, doing a bit of creeping, will be able to creep out this 5-3-3 creep camp and almost get to level 2. Meanwhile, Lich is now on the field, and the Lich is really the great equalizer in this fight. I believe right now we're just baiting to see whether or not we're going to see a Frost Nova over Frost Armor. That Lich is really, really strong with Frost Armor to prevent much of the damage that would be dealt. All right, you can see that there is a burrowed Crypt Fiend right there. And there he is, pops back up. You couldn't spot his hit points because, well, I am under the vision of the Orc, so the Orc could not tell that there was actually a unit burrowed there. Berserker Strength has been completed. Grunt's now up to 800 hit points. Meanwhile, let's take a look down over here. The Blade Master is just sitting, hiding right there. There you see the ensnare, and that is going to be a problem. Frost Armor now onto the Crypt Fiend. As you can now see, another burrowed Crypt Fiend is right up there. Sorry, so far Dust of Appearance now being used, and it looks like the Blade Master will take a bit more damage. Frost Armor, oh, a beautiful Death Coil right there, and it looks like it will be just in time. But the Speed Scroll allowing that Blade Master to catch up once more. Death Coil onto the Crypt Fiend as he's trying to hurry back. That is not looking oh so good. Units are still going to be able to chase here. The Death Knight does not have enough mana in him to save a second Crypt Fiend, and this is just going from bad to worse for WFZ. Lich dangerously low on hit points and gets taken down as well. And this game looks like it could be over if the Blade Master, oh, the Blade Master is able to escape at 19 hit points. Blade Master is escaping. Dirty, dirty Blade Master, as they always do. If they can't escape with Windwalk, might as well get lucky, as he was down to 19 hit points, but ends up surviving. Death Knight gets to level 3, though. Yep, gets to level 3, finishing off a Grunt. And now we'll see stronger Death Coils to keep these Crypt Fiends alive longer. Blade Master with Claws of Attack +6, Circlet of Nobility, and a Gloves of Haste will be able to attack extremely fast now, as WFZ is really looking for a way to get back into this game. He is severely hurting. You can see that the Obsidian statues are in play. Oh, Tome of Intelligence given to the Blade Master, so now the Blade Master has even more. All right, Ensnare went down on a Crypt Fiend. Scroll of Town Portal, as WFZ is catching every unlucky break. The Troll Trapper ends up I believe the Troll Trapper ends up revealing that unit there, as now we see the Lich is out on the field. -5 armor. Now that poor Shadow Hunter down to -1 armor, meaning he takes, what, I believe 6% more damage from all targets. Death Knight ready to go. Lich is right here as well. Death Knight sitting at level 2. Are we going to perhaps see this Destroyer make a very big difference in the upcoming fight? I don't see any Bat Riders being trained up as of yet, but the Destroyers do open up the possibility of WFZ at least making a bit of a comeback. The Raiders, however, with medium armor, should be able to survive pretty easily, as the Shadow Hunter, now 2 experience shy from level 2, picks up Scourge Bone Chimes for Vampiric Aura. Destroyers up in the air. Lich is on the ground. We are going to be looking at a relatively easy creep camp to creep out at this point, as the Lich takes a fair amount of damage there. All right, here you go. There is some damage here. The Destroyer needs to be extremely careful. Should be devouring that magic. Not quite sure. Oh, it looks like he already devoured some. So unable to finish off the Devour magic here. Oh, there it goes, as the Destroyer does have a little bit of bonus damage now. All right, going to finish off the rest of the units here. That High Priest should pretty much be out of mana, as the Lich gets to level 3, now picking up Frost Nova. And I did not notice this. The Lich has +19 attack with 555 armor. That is a ridiculous amount of mana on a Lich. And if Frost Armor and Frost Novas make a difference in this game. Those items will be the key to the game here as the Blade Master now runs down. Alright, Lich does deal plus 19 damage and also gives a minus 5 armor debuff. That is going to be potentially huge, especially if the Frost Nova gets to level 3 or even or gets to level 3. Level 2 Frost Nova should be coming up right around the corner. There's the Frost Armor, and you can see how much damage that Forest Troll Warlord takes in an instant. There it goes, as the Lich is just sitting pretty strong here. He is taking a fair bit of damage, taking a bit of piercing, and now he is still alive. Meanwhile, the Blade Master with a lightning orb, or orb of lightning, excuse me, should be able to finish off this creep camp here, but once again got ahead of his army. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 2, and a level 2 Tauren Chieftain with Stomp could really render much of that Crypt Fiend army useless here, as the Death Knight is at level 4, and now the Lich is at level 3. Pure of Vitality, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. The items on this Lich could not get much better, as the Death Knight now needs some item love. Ogre Warrior going to get finished off here. There it goes. What item? Potion of Invulnerability. And WFZ is starting to make a small case on how he can actually win this. He was very far behind moments ago, and now he seems to have at least evened things up a little bit. Level 4, level 3, the only difference is going to be that level 2 Tauren Chieftain. And if we grab perhaps a Dark Ranger, no, it's going to be a Pit Lord. Alright, so a Pit Lord is being used as the second or the third hero. I'm not quite sure what to expect from that. I totally expected Dark Ranger with Silence as the other undead hero, as we are now looking at the Pit Lord making its way in. Rain of Fire could spell a bit of problems here, as the Death Knight now attempting to get away. Blade Master sitting at level 4, rather strong here. And are we going to see a Dust of Appearance charge now be used? I can't imagine that Blade Master really wants to try and engage here, as the Pit Lord now has a Potion of Invulnerability instead of the Death Knight. Alright, here we go. We are going to be going into a bit of an attack here. Orc Burrows do have fortified armor, so the Crypt Fiends will not be able to deal all that much. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 2, almost at level 3, as the Destroyers are now out onto the field. Alright, in comes a Stomp. There's a bit of damage. There is a Howl of Terror, so the base damage on the attacks are now much, much lower, as the Blade Master now forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal. There is a Stomp. Lich is in trouble. Lich has a Potion of Invulnerability, takes a Death Coil, and survives. Alright, Destroyers now trying to fight back here. The Destroyers are going to have a bit of a hard time, but the Tauren Chieftain falls at level 2. Alright, we're continuing this fight here. The Pit Lord. What is the Pit Lord really going to do here? Perhaps that Howl of Terror really just reducing the amount of damage, as the Pit Lord comes in with Cleave to do extra damage here. Alright, Destroyers very, very low on hit points. They need to get away. It looks like the Blade Master going to get an easy kill there. Death Coil onto the Lich. Lich is still surviving. Frost Armor, Frost Nova pretty much across the board, as the Blade Master is going to be in trouble. Is the Blade Master revealed? No, he is not. Pit Lord still sitting at level 1. As the Pit Lord gets to level 2, Pit Lord now probably has Cleave instead of Rain of Fire, as he already grabbed Howl of Terror. Lich still sitting at level 3, and with over 400 mana spent in that fight, he still has 200, almost 300 mana ready to go, as the Blade Master going to try and go after that Pit Lord again. Alright, there you go. There's the attack. Scroll of Town Portal being used, as the Crypt Fiends are now all trying to back away. Pit Lord in a little bit of trouble, but will be able to escape. Supply count is 43 compared to 53. And no, excuse me, 48 now, as the Blade Master is being Tauren Chieftain is being resurrected. Blade Master never fell in that battle, but the Pit Lord now needs to really figure out its long-term strategy. Death Knight, rather low on hit points and mana, needs to use these Obsidian statues to the best of his ability. Meanwhile, that Lich is waiting to get more mana once more. We could head off to the north here to try and get more experience, maybe even come back around and finish off this Rock Golem creep camp. The Pit Lord and the Destroyers all relatively low on hit points, as we are now ready to go. Death Knight absorbing a bit more damage than you would have expected, as the Ogre Magi quickly walks over only to get taken down. That's what ends up happening. Lich picks up another tome, now up to 65 damage on the high end of that Lich. Is that actually higher than the Blade Master's 65 to 63. Once you add in the Kodo Beast, though, that is going to be much higher. So the Blade Master does barely, wait, 68, yeah, 68 damage with the help of those Kodo Beasts, as we're now looking at the Pit Lord trying to finish off this creep camp here. Lich still sitting at 4, Pit Lord sitting at 2, Death Knight sitting at 4, should be just a bit shy of level 5, as that level 5, yes, is going to be about 9 experience away. Death Knight still trying to make plans. However, nothing really in the books as of yet, as WFZ is looking rather strong in this upcoming fight. If he can get his Death Knight to level 5 and perhaps even his Pit Lord to level 3, that may actually outdo his opponent in terms of hero level. A level 5 hero and a level 4 hero, definitely better than a level 4 and a level 4. More so because that Death Knight, wait, is it another Robe of Magi? Wow, another Robe of Magi onto that Death Knight, but the Death Knight decided to keep it so that he's going to have more mana for Death Coils. This is an interesting change of events here. Are we going to perhaps really see a big turnaround as the Death Knight does? Oh, what is this? The Blade Master completely revealed. He's not sure how he was revealed at all. I'm not even quite sure. Was there a ward or sentry or something there? I don't know, but now the units are now all running back. All right, there was, I believe, no Howl of Terror speed scroll now being used. Tauren Chieftain now trying to back off. Tauren Chieftain walks right in, gets a stompy stomp in the midst of everything. Tauren Chieftain will be forced to use a Scroll of Town Portal, or sorry, Potion of Invulnerability, as the units are now all backing off once more. Destroyer now gets taken down. Shadow Hunter coming back in. Tauren Chieftain now sitting at level 3, as the Howl of Terror should be coming in momentarily. All right, is that Tauren Chieftain gonna fall? It looks like it could in fact fall. Down it goes with a Death Coil there, but at what cost though? Another Crypt Fiend gets lost here. Raiders now getting taken down. All right, heavy battle. Losses on both sides, 54 over 70 for the Orc army. Meanwhile, the Death Knight army just doesn't look that strong. But with the Howl of Terror constantly debuffing so many units, you really don't know who has the majority of the damage. All right, 52 over 54, as we now see another battle coming in here, as the Blade Master going to try to engage again, able to back off still. All right, let's see. Continuing this fight here. There goes another unit, as, oh, the Shade. Of course, the Shade was able to spot that Blade Master, and that Shade has really been giving problems. Lich sitting at level 4 still. Are we going to see perhaps the Kodo Beast get taken down? Yes, we do. And it is the Undead Tri-Hero, which are trying very hard, and it looks like it may actually come out ahead here. Death Knight pretty much out of mana. Scroll of Town Portal not going to be able to transfer over, as the Frost Armor on the Lich, and the Lich, is he going to be able to get away? Yes, he does. At 29 hit points, just on the very edge of the Scroll of Town Portal, the Lich is saved. Oh my goodness, that may have been the game right there. Resurrecting a level 4 hero at this point would be very, very difficult. Gold mines are starting to run out. We got about a minute and a half of gold left in each of these gold mines. So every bit of gold matters. Expansions have not been set up by either side. We're looking at a Peon quickly getting taken down there. The Lich still with plenty of mana, and the Death Knight trying to follow suit. Both sides working very hard. They're going to have to absorb a lot of mana here in the coming moments. Are we seeing Essence of Mana? No, we're seeing Essence of Blight. Oh, if we do end up losing this next fight, it is going to be because we are low on mana. What's the point of the Robe of Magi and a 600 mana pool if you're not going to use Essence of Blight to try and, or Essence of Mana to try and maintain it? All right, 53 over 70 for the Orc, 56 over 60 now, as it looks as though, yes, we are going into more Obsidian statues. Gold mines nearly mined out, 35 seconds left. Lich now getting Essence of... Oh, is he doing the Essence of Blight, Essence of Mana trick? It looked like he was. Yes, he's actually using both Essence of Blight and Essence of Mana by tapping, and that is a micro-intensive trick that does work if you have the patience for it. All right, Lich now up to 309. Pit Lord at 154. Death Knight down to 193. And mana is going to be the key in this upcoming fight. Shadow Hunter also with double robes of Magi. I cannot believe the number of robes of Magi's I've seen in this game. I believe it's 5 and counting, unless the Blade Master or Tauren Chieftain have one. Yes, 5 and counting, as now an expansion is open and ready to go for the Orc here at the 9 o'clock position. All right. Who has the larger army? You see acolytes being brought over. Main gold mines have been mined out. And this is going to be a very important fight here. Wait, did he grab? He may have actually grabbed Dark Ritual. So by using Dark Ritual, that Lich is now up to 546 mana. And that is potentially huge. All right, let's take a look at this. Ghouls going after a watchtower. That watchtower will not see the light of day. There it goes. Gonna get taken down. Meanwhile, the Tauren Chieftain is right there. Are we gonna see a stomp? Yes, we are. As the Death Knight, Death Knight gets stunned for a little bit. All right, Burrowed Crypt Fiend right there. Raiders getting focused down here. Howl of Terror to reduce the amount of damage. There's Dust of Appearance to reveal a Burrowed Crypt Fiend, but no real reason to attack it as a huge stomp goes down. Blade Master attempting to fight back here. Death Knight still seen at level 5, relatively low on hit points. Crypt Fiends are still surviving here as both sides are losing a lot of units. However, it looks like things are going to go poorly, yes, for the Undead, as the Undead loses their Death Knight, and a critical strike, well timed. Unable to scroll a town portal because of Hex, and games don't get closer, much more close than that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed game 1. Please stay tuned for game number 2.